Hi, everybody. This is Susan, and I am bringing you another Felicity Friday. We missed last Friday, and I do apologize for that, but sometimes things happen in my life, and some things happen in my son's life, and he does all my editing. So last week, he had something come up, and we just couldn't get it done. So we are getting it done for this week. I have taken this beautiful paper from Felicity Jane. It has a floral on the backside, and I love that floral. So what I did is I cut out the center so that I still had some of that floral, and I am cutting down some cardstock so that the text, I use the text as a frame for my overall page. But see how pretty that floral was? Oh, amazing. So I take off the branding strip on this chevron, and then I decide I really like the branding strip, so I'm going to use it here in a few minutes. I use the chevron, I'm cutting it down so it fits in between the black, and then I'm just going to cut it in half. So it becomes like a 6 inch by, I think, like a 10.5 inch piece of paper so that it'll fit inside of my layout and my pictures all fit inside of there. So I'm going to go ahead and lay it where they're side by side. And then I'm going to decide I like that branding strip on there too. I'm going to obviously cut down my photos because I don't need all that excess. Plus I'm trying to get them all to fit in there. And I am one that I mat everything, so I'm going to cut them down again. And see, I used that branding strip to go along the bottom of that paper. I really liked how that looked. Plus, it happens to be that my son's favorite color is orange. So, those are some really cute orange hearts. So, what I'm doing now is I'm just going into my cardstock stash, my Stampin' Up! Stash, and I was looking through several pieces of cardstock. There was a little blip of pumpkin pie cardstock, and then I went with tangerine tango. I should have written that down. But anyway, that darker one actually works a lot better. And like I said, it was a bonus that those hearts were orange because that happens to be his favorite color. He was thrilled with this page. And part of the reason was he loved the orange. So my trimmer is kind of trimming a little. I think I need a new blade and I need a little new track runner. So I see everyone that cuts their pictures down with their scissors. I'm not so good at that. And I have this perfectionist mannerism that I can't have like a curvy, wavy line. It's got to be straight. So I will get better, I'm sure. But for now, I have to use the paper trimmer. So I am just laying out my pictures. I know that that's how I want them to be, so I'm going to start picking out some clusters. That puffy, that's all I've got left of that Cedar Lane, and I love it, and I'm bound and determined to use it up. But it doesn't go on this page this time. I did pull from my stash. I bought these Simple Story frames, chipboard frames from the Rad collection. I just don't have anything else to go with it. But I really liked it for this page because it was kind of boyish, and I don't know. I'm going to try out several different frames, but I am going to leave the one up there on the top photo on the left. I like the two orange, but I decide I don't want them on top of it. Then I bring in yellow. Yellow's not even in this. And I bring in blue. But he's wearing navy blue jeans. Not that you see them much. But I do bring in other blue elements. And I finally figured out how I'm going to use that cute little daily detail wood veneer. That does stay just like that. I've always wanted to use it and I never could get it to work. And this is one of those daily photos that of our time that we used to spend cleaning our backyard after the winter months. And so it's just one of those little daily details. So I went through my the cardstock sticker or the sticker stock that we get, and I cut out all those little cut aparts. And so I'm just clustering them up. And all of those pretty much stay just as they are. I am going to add a heart down to that bottom right-hand corner under the details. There we go. That's how I'm going to tie in the blues. The blues don't all match, but it's okay. They're far enough away that that doesn't bother me. Sorry, it sounds like I'm running a race. Sometimes I find that I'm holding my breath while I'm doing these videos. And then the mic is right there by my mouth, so it sounds like I'm always out of breath. And I'm not, I promise. I just need to learn to breathe through these videos, right? So anyway, I decide on that tag and that little tab, and then the circle that says today. Also down in the corner, I like the remember and the heart. That I like. And I went with the flare badge that says best day ever. It was just a fun, relaxing afternoon after school. And the kids were riding their bikes. Jillian was taking pictures. That's my only daughter. You know, it was just a fun day. So I'm gluing down the daily details, and I decided I like that. I'm going to keep that. I like how the frames are. The the four that I used as kind of a decorative element for the page. I'm putting on the little dots. I thought I lost one. I also used yellow twine because see, I had that one yellow frame and I didn't know how to pull in more yellow. So the twine that Stampin' Up! Sells, it's a baker's twine and it's called Crushed Curry. And I thought, well, that matches that frame. So I used it up in the tag, up on the top right-hand cluster. And then I used it around the frame, around the main photo. And I thought, well, that's just not enough yellow. So I was trying to tie in some more yellow. You'll see I'm going to do a little cluster down at the bottom side by the picture on the bottom left-hand side. So I'm going to try to do a cluster, but it doesn't stay. It just isn't working. I don't like how it looks. It doesn't stay. But I was trying to tie in more yellow. And I just couldn't figure out how to get it to, to get more yellow in there. You will see how I fix that. Anyway, I decided I was going to use that for journaling. Just some things I wanted the kids to know, and just some things about my son. He was such a quiet young man. All growing up, being the middle child of 7 kids, he was my middle one, and he was just always just so quiet. Anyway, I pulled from my freckled fawn stash. I decided to go through my kits and throw some random things in a bowl. And I do use these cameras with the hearts in the middle, and I really love them. And how I fixed the yellow is I went ahead and put yellow in the background. I punched a heart from my Stampin' Up! Punches. We don't even sell that punch anymore, but it's just a little heart, and it fit perfectly behind there. Now that camera has a black and white stripe paper. That doesn't last. I pulled that out and decided I'm going to put yellow there too. So I got yellow with the frames. There's that yellow. Then I put one down in the bottom, and then I go ahead and rip the other one off, and you'll see in some of my so there I got my yellow tied in. So I just want to say thanks for subscribing. Thank you for hanging in there with my last video where my sound was really off. You all were so helpful, and not one mean comment. I really thought I was going to get slammed for that because I've seen where people have gotten slammed, and mistakes happen. But this is for fun, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. You all were so helpful and so kind. And I kept telling my son, do we pull it? Do we pull the video? What I did do that's not in these pictures is I decided to use gold Heidi Color Shine. I've been watching Adele. And I did just a diagonal around those 2 frames at the top and 2 frames at the bottom. And that's the only thing that you don't see. Thank you all so much, and I will see you next Friday. Bye.